Hey, it's Mr. Johns, and my video messed up on this tutorial. I had recorded the entire process of this multi-view drawing. Sadly, something happened. I think I ran out of room on my phone because I was taking so many videos. Didn't work, and I really didn't want to do it again. This was a lot of work. So here is the setup for our first multi-view drawing. You got your title block down here. So make sure that you use the dimensions that were given to you. And by the way, they are 60. These are 60. And this one over here is 60. And the middle one, 76, I believe. Let me glance at my cheat sheet. 76. 76 is correct. We have a winner, so make sure you make it the correct size. The only thing I would change here is the title. I put Lego Freak. I don't know what I was thinking. The title is Easy Object, right? The project is Multi-View Drawing. The title is Easy Object. And so you are to choose something simple. It cannot be a square or a circle. So not a marble, not a block of wood that's exactly a square, like a dice, right? Like a die. So anything else? One Lego is fine. Keep it simple for this first one. I did 3 Lego pieces thinking super, super simple. But look at all these measurements and it looks fairly technical, right? For Legos. And this is, probably similar to what Lego company had to turn in when they got their first patent. It had to have measurements just like this, multi-view technical drawings. And so they definitely have a place. So I'm gonna kind of have to walk you through this, and I'll do it quickly, but I have these 3 pieces of Lego snapped together. The choice to make the top, it just kind of made sense to me. So looking straight down at the top of a Lego, since I know what the top is, right? So I have my 4 boxes labeled top, side, front, 3D. The top view is just, I rotated it a little bit more here. And yes, I traced it. So there's nothing wrong with tracing it when it fits on the paper. Our scale, if you look down here in the right corner, is 1:1, which means they're the same. The object is the same size as the drawing. That makes it easy. So yes, you can trace it, but just know that when you trace it, it's going to be bigger than the actual object because the pencil has a thickness. So I traced it just to give it a basic shape, but then I went back and measured in millimeters with my ruler, and I had to, you can even see where I had to erase some lines. I was 2 millimeters off. So my pencil lead was about a millimeter thick. So I was a millimeter off on one side and a millimeter off on the other side. So it gave me a starting point for sure. But then I remeasured everything. I did dimension lines on everything. And see, there's a lot of measurements here. Now, I actually didn't measure the diameter of the circles, which technically you should have to. I didn't. I forgot. And in some cases, like here's an 8 right there. And I know that this measurement is 8. And so because everything is so square, I decided that I didn't need to write an 8 on this side. It gets really crowded fast. So it is okay if it's obvious when something is the same on the other side to not put measurements everywhere. But in general, you need to give someone enough information that they could recreate this. I could put this into a 3D design program and put it onto a 3D printer, and it should make the exact object the exact same size. All right, so next tip is to help you line your objects up. You use these little guidelines. So I put a ruler on the paper, and every place that there's a vertical line, I lightly drew guidelines down into this next drawing space. Okay, that helps me know where to place my object in this space. It really helps a lot. So my measurement should be the same here to here. The only difference is if I were to 3D print this from the top view only, it would be flat. There is no information in that drawing of how tall it is. So this side view is the first glimpse at, oh, that's what it looks like from the side. I already know how long these things are, but I did not know they were 10 millimeters tall, right? And these little bumps are 2 millimeters tall. And if you didn't know it, Lego blocks are 16 by 16 millimeters. They're 10 millimeters tall, and the little bumps are 2 millimeters tall. Okay. Now I slide over here with every horizontal line. I do some light guidelines every place, and I really should have done the top of the bumps also. So I missed that. There's a few things I missed. Top of the bumps, there's a bump here too. Every place there's a horizontal line, I should lightly go over here to the right side, and then I know where to place my object. Okay. So this is the front view. Let's go back over here to the side view. It's the first time that we see that, oh, this is a slope. Like from the top view, we weren't sure what this is. What is this space? There's no bumps. There's no circles. What is that? And down here you go, oh, it's a slope. I got it. It's a slope. So that's the side view. And then over here, here's the front view of that slope. And it has a little 2 millimeter, and I should have drawn that number. Why didn't I? There's another, I'm finding errors that I made. So there's a little 2 millimeter flat piece. It's right here too, and I should have measured it here. So 2 millimeter flat piece right here, and then the slope goes up. All right, so that gives us a view of what it looks like from the front with measurements, and then you don't have to do guidelines up here. You simply just hold this in place or put it on the paper where you can see 3 sides, top, front, side. Do your best at sketching. That's all you do. You give us kind of an idea of what this thing would look like in 3D. Then take a picture of your drawing. It's nice if you include the actual object, so place it on the paper like I did. Take a picture, and then you can either send me the picture or you can put it into a Google Doc and share the Google Doc with me. But that's your first assignment. Spend some time on it. If you have any questions, ask, and I can help you through the process. So have some fun with it. Do a nice job. Use your ruler. Don't get lazy, and do a professional technical job. All right, Mr. Johns out.